Sebastian Fundora. You got to see your opponent. He's pretty tall himself, probably the tallest guy you faced. How did you size him up?
I don't think he's the tallest guy I ever fought, but we fought people taller than that. I think the tallest person we fought was a 6'3", 6'4" guy. So he's normal size person, not a problem.
But what did you make of the comments he made? He's pretty certain that this is going to be a very tough fight. He's guaranteeing a war that might play into your hands. How do you feel just about his mentality coming into this fight?
That's what I expected. I expected 100% from Cota. The last time we didn't fight because of COVID, I guess that's not really his fault, but he came in this time professional, what we expect, and we expect a great fight.
Yeah, you want to slide this off a little bit just so the fans recognize you, get to know you?
Yeah.
So Sebastian, with this fight here, in such a big platform, man, what does it do for you with the win and putting up like a spectacular performance how you've been doing so far in your career?
It's a big card. It's a big card right here in LA, so I hope to grab more fans from this event, just like the last card we fought on a pay-per-view card. Another pay-per-view card right here. We just expect to put on a great show for everyone and to grab more fans.
You've been one of the busiest fighters during the pandemic. Very fortunate of you to be busy during this time. How is that going to benefit you going into this fight and the training camp? How was that? Any different from maybe the other ones now that it looks like things are opening up a little bit more and you guys can do a little bit more now?
That's a little bit different, I guess, but like we traveled a little bit more for this camp. We went to Big Bear, we went to Laguna for sparring, but camp's been the same. We always get the work done, and so we're going to show in the fight. We get the work done.
What are the goals for Sebastian this year?
Whatever the team has planned for us. Whether it's another title eliminator or a title fight, who knows? Whatever we have.
Erislandy Lara could have been a potential opponent for you. He's moving up to 160. There's a few guys still at 154, like the Charlo. How do you feel about the division, and who do you got your eyes on? If you could pick the one guy, who would it be?
Well, the top 10. I'm number 10 on the list right now, so whoever's above me.
Your performances, do you expect to keep doing this, or do you expect things to get tougher for you as you go on? In terms of your ability, do you feel like you're learning? That they've been pretty long, but you've been dominating. You've been putting your punches together, you've been hurting your opponents' performances.
I hope the competition gets tougher. It brings more of an exciting fight. But we train hard, and we train hard for everybody. So whether it's a smaller fight or a bigger fight, it doesn't matter. We train to get the results we want.
So you think you're going to be in this division for a while?
As long as my body lets me. Right now we walk it this way, so it's not a problem.
Okay, and May 1st, the main event, Andy Ruiz versus Arreola. Can you give me your thoughts on the fight?
I have Ruiz. He's fast. He's too fast, and now he has this new coach with Canelo. I'm pretty sure he's getting a lot of knowledge from them, so it's exciting for him. I think he's gonna go back and become world champion again.
I know you're focused on the task at hand, your opponent, but Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul just announced their fight June 6th. What do you think of the matchup, man?
Money Mayweather, he's doing it for the money, but if it brings boxing fans in, why not? It might not. It could be. That's the big thing right now. If it really brings in boxing fans, but I think it would. The gamers or YouTubers, whatever, or people, just random people. Seeing a celebrity box and then they catch someone on the undercard and be like, oh, then they're a fan of them. It just spreads out. So I think it's good for boxing.
You're young and undefeated. Jake Paul, obviously the fans want to see him in there with the real guys such as yourself, a young prospect. He's considering himself a prospect himself as well. And I know you're chasing legacy, man, but if they offered you that kind of fight before a world title fight, would you entertain it? Would you be willing to step in there with like a Jake Paul, man, and just show him that boxing is not as easy as he might think it is at this point?
If the money's right, I'll definitely take it. It's still show business. Money talks, and we're prize fighters, so we want our prize.
Yeah. All right, tell the fans where to follow you on social media, man.
You can follow me on Instagram at Seb Fundora, and then on Twitter at Sebastian Fundora.
All right, cool. Thank you.